Hello and welcome to another video, and welcome to Singapore. This place is lovely. I've had a little chance to kind of check it out, but nothing too much yet. But I just want to show you guys that it doesn't have to cost the world in order to see the world. I'm currently standing at the top of Marina Bay Sands, and this cost me £0 and 0 pence. And for the rest of this video, I'm actually going to be talking in Singapore dollars. So I'll put the conversion rate for that up now, just so that everyone who's watching this has a rough idea what that means in their currency. Now, I'll be honest, as you can probably see behind me, I am actually in the smokers area. But it doesn't mean that I can't still get a great view from 57 floors up. Now there is a sun deck that I can pay 20 Singapore dollars for, but in interest of this video I'm trying to keep everything as low cost as possible. And this is free. Drinks up here, however, aren't free, as I'm sure you probably know, but I'll put the price of an average beer at the top of Marina Bay Sands on screen now. But I've actually brought with me a coffee, which I paid $1.70 for. Now coffee in Singapore is a little bit strange. There's a big system to say how much milk you want, how much water you want, whether or not you want it sweetened or unsweetened, and all of them have a different name. I think the name of this was Kopi O Kosong or something like that, which essentially just means a black coffee. And I've had my morning coffee in this flask a lot of different places, but this one is going to be difficult to beat. Chili's bottles, by the way, pretty damn good. Not that I'm looking for a sponsor or anything. A photo with the ship? Yep.
You can see where?
Yeah. All done. Taking photos for tourists, never stop working. By the way, that's where you go if you're not on a budget. Tap your key card or pay the $20 entry, go for it. But I think I've outstayed my welcome, so I could get one of these lovely looking lifts back, but it's a video, so I like to do things a little bit differently. Huh. Well, that's one way to travel, I suppose. Oh yeah. How much is the boat ride?
One person, $13.
$13 to go on that boat. I mean, that ain't for me, but I know there's probably some lame people watching this video. No offense, but it is a boat. It is in a shopping centre. Okay, I guess that is pretty cool. But the shopping centre is free if you want to check that out. My mode of transport though is using one of these guys, Singapore Tourist Pass. This gets me access to the MRT, which is their train system, but also their buses around town. Now they come in 1 day, 2 day and 3 day passes. You can get whichever one works for you. It does come with an extra $10 rental fee, but you get that back if you return the card within 5 days. I'll put all the prices up for the 1 day, 2 day and 3 day passes, so you know. I have the 2 day pass, but this is how we're going to be getting around. Now I have just been told that they've started to accept contactless cards for these things as well. So I'm not going to count this towards my budget, but I have just given it a try. And it seems, well, it didn't actually tell me how much it was, but it was a 4-minute journey. And so if you're not going to be getting around the train that much, you could just use your contactless card. Might save you some money. Now I know Singapore isn't the biggest place in the world in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean that it's not still difficult to travel around. So the MRT is a bit of a lifesaver. It's clean, the maps are great, not just for telling you what train to get on, but also what exit to actually leave when you're getting off the train, which is something I find normally a bit of a pain in the arse. Realistically though, there are a couple of rules that come with it, so make sure you keep an eye out for them. And please, no durians. More often than not, the train will spit you out exactly where you want to go. Like this. So this is the Botanical Gardens. It's quite lovely actually, it's massively open. The whole thing is huge, but it is well signposted. There's a lot of nature, a lot of wildlife as you'd expect. It's free to enter, and if you listen closely to this band behind me, you'll probably see why that's free as well. But anyway, it's a nice place to actually have my coffee, which, by the way, is still quite hot. Just saying. Hello mate. You the new Mavic Mini by any chance? So, spoke to those guys who just played around with the drone. People here are so nice, they're talking to me about all these places that I need to go and see. If I'm trying to do all this in 48 hours, there isn't necessarily enough time. But any places that they do let me know of, I'll let you guys know of. Go on, matey. I mean, really, who needs a zoo? Come on, it's free. Now, one thing I do like about Singapore is the fact that even though I'm in the middle of the city, I'm walking through a rainforest. It's super hot, it is super humid, and I did just spend $1 on a drink. But the fact is they prioritise their green space here so much, and it's really refreshing. I have been walking around though for a few hours, and to be honest, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. And I know that these guys are really famous for all of their food centres, so I'm gonna go check one of them out. So this is a vegetarian laksa. It cost me $3 from the People's Park Centre, and it came highly recommended from the guy who works at the hostel that I'm staying at. But this is actually a hawker centre. There's loads of these located around Singapore, and it gives you a chance to try a lot of the traditional food for a lot less price. I definitely recommend going to them. Also, Singapore is a lot more vegetarian and vegan friendly than other Asian countries. So if you are interested, then to get to the People's Park Centre, just go to Chinatown, exit D, down the escalator, and then to get to this vegetarian stall, it's right at the back on the far left. Another thing I quite like is the fact that you kind of just grab a table with everyone and you sit down, so you can realistically enjoy your food with everybody else. I mean, hey guys, good wave. There you go. Big fans. I guess I'll just grab my food, sit down, shut up and eat it. But the portion sizes are pretty fair. I won't lie to you, I'm getting a little bit of the food sweat, but you can see what $3 gets you. It's pretty cheap. So's this, and it cost me $3.40, and it's black bean curd with red beans, lotus seeds and ginkgo nuts. There you go. Go find them. Cheers, man. I'll be honest guys, it didn't take long for me to pick up this, which is a coffee Mexico bun for $1.30. I overheard someone talking about them. Someone said they're pretty good, another person said they're pretty popular around here, and I thought I'd give it a try. Now it is still light outside, it's coming up to 5 o'clock. I've been walking around for about 6 or 7 hours though. Botanical Gardens, I will not lie, is massive, and it will knacker you out. And because I arrived yesterday, I'm gonna head back to the hostel now, but I'll show you what it's like to live on a budget. I still expected it to be sweet, even though it's coffee, but that is pretty good. So this is the Tree Inn Lodge. It costs 22 Singapore dollars per night, and it is located very close to Bugis train station, which is unbelievably convenient. I know $22 probably sounds like quite a lot, bearing in mind that we're in Asia, but with regards to Singapore, it's actually very good value for money. The thing is, you get lockers, beds, washing machine, tumble dryer, showers, toilets, but the best thing is you get free toast, free peanut butter, free coffee and free tea all day. So if you never see me eating and you're wondering where I'm eating, chances are it's probably here. Now I mean, I have my own coffee here, but Jesus Christ, that is still damn hot, you know. Oh, of course it is. But having all this to my disposal is definitely quite useful. Now I know it is only 5 o'clock and it is quite early, but like I said, I'm pretty knackered, so I'm probably going to catch you guys tomorrow. So guys, I did lie, I did actually go for a walk, but you don't really care, you just want to be entertained and see Singapore. That's exactly what I'm showing you. So this is Haji Lane, it's just off of Arab Street and it's about a 2-minute walk away from my hostel. The music's great, the walls are so funky, and who doesn't love a chair with an awesome saying on it? Now I didn't get a drink, so it doesn't count towards my budget, but there's nothing stopping you from coming here and enjoying the atmosphere. I do fully recommend it. Guys, this is the end of part 1. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be going to Marina Bay Sands and Gardens by the Bay again in part 2, along with Chinatown, Little India and a couple other places. So please feel free to check it out. But always guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.